Wellness Wednesday. And wellness has to come from each and every one of you. And this is pre-Thanksgiving Eve. Many of you may be getting your Thanksgiving preparations ready. Maybe you're just kind of kicking back and having a cocktail, ordering pizza, watching a movie, and you have everything ready and prepped because you're having a smaller gathering this Thanksgiving. But whatever you're having, I want to wish everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. We want to really talk about what we are grateful for. And I also want to kind of prep you for the next 5 weeks till the end of the year. This pandemic may have caused many of us, we've been in it for 8 months, to gain some weight, and maybe some people have, made some healthier lifestyle changes. But whatever, we have to look at the next 5 weeks as how we can finish this year strong with our wellness. And when I talk about wellness, I talk about how are you living well? How are you showing up? Hi, Jay. Thanks for showing up this evening. I got Chef Jay with us, and he's going to talk a little bit about his wellness journey since meeting with me about 3 weeks ago. I was just sharing, Jay, with the audience about we have about 5 weeks left to the end of the year, how we can finish strong. And wellness does not just mean what's on our plate. It's how we live our life, and it's the mindset and what we're doing. So share with everybody in the past 4 weeks since we got together, what have you learned about health, making lifestyle changes?
Who's on there with you, Colleen?
Well, I'm on, you're on, and I'm live on my Facebook page. So I'm just sharing, wellness. It's Thanksgiving Eve, just talking how people might be busy, maybe not busy, but, I just want to, let people know that, we need to be well, think of what we're doing, moving forward over the next 5 weeks, because it's been about 8 months since we started this pandemic. And many people may be suffering mentally, may have gained anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds. But that's not what it's all about. It's about how can we, as we talk, candidly, on this day, is we need to surrender and to accept where we are right now. Thanksgiving 2020, what can we do? And we want to talk about how we can, tips. One of my tips today is just making sure everybody drinks at least half their body weight in water. If that's all they do and still eat whatever they want, that's fine too. So I got a glass of water here, and so we got to drink up.
We're talking candid here, and audience, if you're on our Zoom and you're with us and you joined in, we can talk candid. We should speak candid. We should speak about our lifestyle. We should share with other people. That way we can reach other people in healing. It's touching and agreeing. I speak with people on social network all around the world constantly, 24/7. I wake up on social network. I was talking with one lady. I won't break her anonymity. I won't even tell you that she's the lady is a person that upholds the law. And this is not my opinion of her. And I truly took the back seat today through humility to allow her to express her views upon the political warfare that has been taking place. I allowed her to express her religious views because I think that when you're dealing with sustaining well, can you sustain? Not so much as eat. I mean, you can eat all day. If you want to be big and you want to be overweight, you want to catch a heart attack, that's your choice. But when it comes to the world affairs, you really don't have a choice. You're forced. A lot of things are forced on you. And what we want to know is, talking candid, can you sustain? Can you deal with it? Can you handle it? Can you overcome some of the issues that's taking place? The new leader in government. Another lady I was speaking to out in California, she said the 2020s is the worst year she ever seen. I said, wow. It's a lot of days in 2020. Matter of fact, 365. There's a lot of seconds, a lot of hours, a lot of minutes. And if 2020 is the worst year you ever had, then I can't imagine you having any good years, because we don't live yearly. We live seconds
Right.
to minutes to hours to days, and we live one day at a time. And what we can do one day at a time, and I didn't mean to jump in and take over. I'm just taking a look at my life, how I want to be consistent constantly, and I am consistent in my life,
Right.
but I'm consistent in an area where the growth, it grows, but it teeters. It's like a roller,
Right.
it goes up and down. I don't
Right.
want to be on an up and down roller coaster. I want to stay steady. I want a constant flow. And that comes through Sustain Well also. We need
Right.
a formula in order to free ourselves from all the anxieties or whatever we're going through.
Right.
And we need a coach. And we're going to start off with the mindset first, because if the mind isn't right, the body can never get right.
Right. And you bring up a good point. This is like the second time today I've been talking with people about being consistent. How many times do you make a decision? I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week for an hour. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to visit my aunt, or, I'm going to cook better. And you start off well, for maybe 2, 3 weeks,
Mhm.
but for some reason we're not consistent because I think we want the fast results. We don't see it fast enough, and we take the distractions of our life. You don't see it on the scale, you don't see it in the paycheck, you don't see it in, so you're like, oh, well, I'm going to leave that job and go to another. I'm going to leave that program and go to another. And what I've been trying to do is, write down, I've been trying to tell people, write down your track record, write down the little wins every single day. Like, oh, I got up and I said I was grateful for my husband taking out the trash, for instance. It's a small thing, but just doing that consistently, how it brings happiness and joy to yourself. So maybe that's what people start doing over the next, week and a half, is just writing down the little things that keeps their mind right. Yeah, every time they drink a glass of water, every time they go to move more, and it doesn't have to be the hour because that seems to be overwhelming. It can just be, I'm going for 10 minutes, or I'm just going to march in place, or I'm just going to do something, which is really important, that you just kind of do something. So when you think about your wellness and how you want to approach each and every day, one of the things that I always tell people is approach your day in gratitude first, in meditation, in good breathing, and then look and have a healthier breakfast, something with protein and a little bit of starch, having some fiber in that, a full apple with maybe some natural peanut butter. So, and then drinking the water and then going off to work or off to the gym. So, I was just talking about consistency and giving them some steps on, waking up and eating a breakfast and a small little plan. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I tell you what, I got a long way to go, because I've been, and I'm going to make it. It's not pessimistic. It's going to happen. Once the regiment take place, I'm an extremist, and I go hard, and I need to kind of like not minimize it. I need to do it in increments and
Right,
measurements, build up to that. So now here it is. I don't drink pop. I don't drink stuff like that. I don't eat candy. I don't buy it. I don't eat Snickers. And sometimes I've gotten off the track eating potato chips, but I have to manipulate myself. I have to trick myself.
right,
In this bottle, it say Fago. It's not a pop. And to me, it's like, oh, that's sugar. Well,
right,
there's water in there, okay? And every time I'm turning up, my mind is like, wow, that's water. So I'm
right,
getting myself in a regiment to become consistent. And this is 24 ounces that maybe I'll drink 5 of them, you know?
right,
And by the time I drink 5 of them, I won't want to eat as much, because now I'm full,
right, right,
I'm also back to the point where you're talking about the assessment of when we wake up. And
Right,
that needs to take place before I go to sleep. Let me tell you something. Without me taking the inventory, I can't find out what I need to do in my life, you know? So what I
right,
do is I get up and I spontaneity, self-will, you know, and I do what I want to do and think that that's the consistency. That's the
right,
norm. And
right,
what I come to find out is that, you know, I need to start jotting and planning a little bit better. You know, I need to
right,
plan my daily routine. I don't have a whole 24 hours anyway. Maybe I
right.
got 12 hours. What am I going to do in 12 hours? Am I going to eat, complain, sit back, wait for the demise to take place? Or am I going to get up and be a part of something productive?
Right, right.
Yeah, you made a great point there. You did. Yeah.
And you just have to start small, like just trick yourself with the water, but be consistent on the 5 bottles in that Fago, or even if it's 3.
Right.
And then be consistent in making yourself. I have a client I work with that, I just told her to eat the same breakfast and the same lunch, and then we can vary dinner. Because sometimes we give people all of these different, oh, have eggs and then have oatmeal and have a smoothie. And they get so overwhelmed that they don't do anything and they're not fueling their body with anything. So you need to start the day with something, and it needs to be a positive reinforcement, good music or prayer, and then say, okay, what am I ready to fuel my body with? And if it's just an apple, stick with that. If it's a piece of chicken breast, in a little salad, eat that. But be consistent every single day on, what are you going to eat for that breakfast, lunch, and then vary the dinner, because that seems where we have more, not really more control, but everyone wants to have a planned dinner. They know they're going to come home and have a soup, or they're going to have a piece of pizza, or it's going to be a pulled pork sandwich or something, or they're going to go out. But that seems like what people like to come home to, a dinner meal.
Right. Right. Because it's the norm in America, you know, and it's going to be hard to ever get away from that because we offer so much to the people. But for the individuals who want to choose to sustain a well, to sustain, if I had an apple, I had some oatmeal, and I had some water or whatever to drink, can I make it to the next 4 hours?
Right, right,
Will I be diligent enough? Will I stand firm in my conviction and say, the next between those hours, I'm not going to get to put nothing in my mouth because my brain is telling me I'm hungry?
right. And you make a good point that what will educate people on when they want to take the leap of faith and join the Formula Freedom program is,
Right?
some people might eat that and then they are hungry because of another reason. Maybe they don't have enough nutrients. Maybe they got some hormonal things. So we need to understand that, some days oatmeal may be satisfying and some days it might not. It's like, what else are we putting in that oatmeal? Maybe, you need to put a little natural peanut butter in it to sustain you to go longer. How long do you want to go? Some people don't want to eat every 4 hours, but they need to. Some people say, I want to just eat and then I don't want to eat again for 6 hours. Well, we need to formulate that individualized plan, and people aren't writing down, they're just grabbing whatever, their minds racing. I want everybody on this live to watch how many people eat on the go in their cars, and this social working from home, they're getting on their computer, they're not moving, they're drinking their cup of coffee, and are they breaking for a lunch, or are they just grabbing pretzels and some hummus and saying, oh, I don't got time for lunch, and they're zooming for 8 hours, and then they're hopefully going to have someone, the spouse or the wife or someone's going to decide, well, what are we making? So we have some real issues.
Yeah, because I've noticed a few people myself. Well, I have not picked back up to 13 pounds, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
Well, it doesn't do that. You know, I stopped smoking 4 years ago. It'll be 5 years in October. This weight that I picked up after I stopped smoking, which was 50 pounds, I was at
Okay.
200 pounds 5 years ago, okay, during my smoking. I picked up 50 pounds 5 years ago, and I haven't not tried to lose it.
Okay.
I've had two major hip surgery, and it put me in such a panic, painful state that it allowed me to become. I'm recovering mentally from that because the pain was so great that it still had me thinking that the pain was still there.
Right.
When I'm
Right.
supposed to stretch, I'm supposed to walk because
Right.
they have helped me to be able to walk again. So with that 50 pounds that I'm carrying still now, I can lose it.
Right.
I can lose 50 pounds, you know, and I could gain a whole nother perspective in life, you know. So we're sitting at home during the COVID, and you know, we're running to the refrigerator like we're at the movie theater. You know how
Right.
you get popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
Let
way
me
to put it.
go up here and get me some popcorn.
Right. Right. Or a bag of chips or
Yeah,
some
let me get me
wingdings
something.
or
Yeah, let me get some of those goobers, you know.
yeah. Right. Right.
So you know, we can't just be at the house on the computer loading up and we're not doing nothing. Just because the COVID exists, it doesn't mean we. One lady said she lost 25 pounds during the COVID. She looked so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean there's the two scenarios. There's the people that have said, you know what, this is a great time to get into exercise, get in a better routine, and then those others that just got so overwhelmed that their mind was worried and anxiety that have gained 25.
Exactly.
So it's wherever you're at is what we're saying is it's time to open your mind, follow us on the Formula to Freedom Facebook group because we post a lot of great nutritional information. Jay posts some great, cooking tips. We try to put motivation in there. Maybe we'll do a poll in there, but that's an open group. It's public, so anyone could find that. If you want to learn more, I can give you the link to join, and then you answer a few questions, and I let you in or whatever. Follow Sustainawell on Facebook and follow Chef Jay. And, if you really want to, learn about the program, Jay and I are going to be offering a healthy Christmas basket. And but
Okay.
what you'll have to do is you'll have to like and share our page and message us for a free 15-minute kind of health and wellness assessment and
Right.
kind of learn about the program. And if you really want some healthy lifestyle cooking classes, we did our one at Dave's. We're doing them Zoom right now, but there's options to help you get healthy. And many people think, well, it's expensive to get healthy, but we're a personalized service, so we
Right.
want to help you because we're in the same boat. I've kept my weight off 55 pounds for over 20 years.
Wow.
Jay's on the path. So why work with someone that has no idea of and doesn't know the lifestyle and doesn't know every excuse? So don't be afraid to work with people who are willing to sit down and cry with you and help you overcome. That's our passion. When you work with some hospital dietitians or you work with Nutrisystems or Weight Watchers, they're not looking at the mind piece. They're not looking at you as an individual. It's a blanketed program that, yes, anything you stick to, you're going to stay on, but we ebb and flow in our consistency. So, the Formula to Freedom program is really freeing yourself from the chains that bind you to the ups and downs of life and how you get so upset that you've gained the weight, lost the weight. And we're going to try to individualize and free yourself and surrender to it and give you that lifestyle that everybody deserves.
I like that. You know, because when you think of it, it's our group. I want to share this because we're going to move into the 221, and we want to invite you guys to come on in and be a part of it. Our common welfare comes first, truly. And this recovery is all about personal and personality. Do you want it? And we're going to do things such as like days and other grocery stores. And we're going to play a great part because Colleen has a formula, and it's all laid out for you. We'll invite you to the class. There's a minimum fee for the class, and it'll be no more than maybe 30, 45 minutes. We'll cook some food. We'll take you through the grocery store and show you what to buy, what to purchase. We'll give a list. We'll do all of that. But you're gonna need to at least compensate us, but compensate yourself.
Right.
Because guess what? The formula to freedom, you must be willing to free yourself. What does it cost to free yourself? What are you willing to do?
And that's the thing. So like, we really want to just leave you with, on this Wellness Wednesday, if nothing else, these next 5 days, wake up in gratitude tomorrow, drink more water, leave something on the plate. Don't go for seconds. Try to get out and walk. I wanted to look at the weather tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be rainy or whatever, but do you have a plan for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Let's try to, put down a plan. And I challenge you, Jay, to, get some sort of plan and then post that in the Formula to Freedom.
Yes, I got to get some type of plan. It's right there, and I need to just reach out and grab it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for. We're planning to do it together, working. So, starting some sort of routine that, okay, I wake up, do my devotion, prayer time, then I go in the kitchen and I make myself a meal, and then I get on Facebook, then I go out and walk, or vice versa, but get some fuel, walk, meet some people, share the love with people, get back in the kitchen to work on, the next phase, and then move from there. And then we have to assess, we have to examine ourselves, did I do what I intended to do? Did it work? Didn't it work? What worked? What didn't? And then post it on the group. And then we're all in this together. Some days it's great. Some days it isn't. Some days we have, too many pumpkin bars, or we have an extra donut but you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. You have to realize that, okay, not every day I'm going to be perfect. There's, these programs, everybody thinks they got to be perfect, got to follow it to a T. No, that's what our program is different. It's like looking to ebb and flow and having that grace to forgive yourself.
Right.
So everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Jay, thanks for hopping on. You do that little formula. We'll be back next Wednesday. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, make a suggestion, make a comment, and we'll be more than happy to share anything from label reading to high sodium, sugar, all sorts of things. This is, your wellness. And if you want to join us, live in this Zoom, we'll even give you the link to pop on with Jay and I and have an honest conversation of everybody's wellness. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. You have a really great Thanksgiving, and get your health in. All right. Bye, Jay. Thanks so much.
See you. Okay, Colleen.